Hey, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new here. I'm Deanna. Today I'm excited because we're going to be doing this orangey eyeshadow look. I just absolutely love it. It screams fall, which that's what we're here for. We're here for the fall, y'all. Which, don't get me wrong, summer's my season, but I do love the fall and I do love spring. So we're here for the fall. So let's get to it. Alrighty, so I went ahead and primed my eyes with my MAC Prep and Prime. And we're going to be using my Fenty Beauty Snap Shadows in 1, 3, and 5. And we're going to start off by going into 1 here. And we're going to take a little bit of Nookie Rookie. And I'm just going to start off by highlighting underneath my brow bone. We're going to start off by going into number 3 here, and we're going to go into the shade right here, which is called Fire Freak. And we're going to go take this one into our crease. And I'm just doing little circles to buff it out a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and just add a little bit more. And keep doing the same thing until I like the effect it's given me. I'm gonna make sure I pack it really good over here into this corner. That's good. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the other eye. So how's everyone doing today? I'm doing pretty well this morning. Kind of a slow start to my morning, to be honest. Which was kind of nice. Just went and got some coffee and then watched some YouTube and just like hung out on my little patio. The weather's kind of nice this morning. It's not too cold because it has been super cold lately. And I'm not here for that. I'm not here for the cold. I like, you know, decent, comfortable temperatures. Not here for the cold at all. What are you guys doing this weekend? I'm hopefully gonna be doing a whole lot of nothing. I don't want to do anything. Just being lazy or just like playing with some makeup. Like really, I don't want to do too much of anything. That's just the vibe I'm feeling right now. Okay, I'm just gonna add like I'm not gonna do anything. What am I talking about? Okay, so next I am going to, I stabbed myself with my nails. Okay, so next I'm gonna go into Shots Fired right here, which is this kind of like maroony color. And I'm going to put this kind of like on this outer V area here to give that some depth. And oh my gosh. I stuck a nail in this. It's whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna go into Shots Fired right here. And I'm just gonna kind of lightly tap this into this corner. And a little bit into the crease. Just a little bit. And I'm just lightly tapping this. I'm not blending it or anything. I'm just tapping it into place. It's kind of self-blending a little bit, but not too much. And then I'm gonna kind of just tap a little bit onto kind of like the upper, like this middle part of my crease right here. And I'm not going in for any more pigment. I'm just using what's on the brush. Okay, I'm like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that same blending brush from earlier and just lightly go over the outskirts of where the shots fired meets the, oh my gosh, what was that first color called? Oh, Fire Freak. So, and I'm just gonna lightly buff the Fire Freak a little bit higher now to really get that nice little blend. So I'm gonna try and take a little bit more of the shots fired and just slowly kind of work it to this inner part of my crease, but not too much. Just lightly, just so that it'll give it some depth. Just kind of like that actually. And then I'm gonna use the Fire Freak just to kind of blend and wash over it as a nice like transition color. I really like that a lot actually. So we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. I'm just gonna tap in here twice, and I'm just gonna tap this on the outside of this eye. I'm gonna work that towards the middle of my crease, but really just tapping it in. I'm just gonna go in for one more tap in, just one more. One more tap in. And now I'm just kind of lightly taking it further into my crease. Or I guess further into closer to my inner eye. And I'm just like tapping it in. And then I'm gonna do the same thing back over to this side, because now I don't feel like this side is as dark as this side. But just by like a little bit. Yeah, and today's only gonna be a half face just because I'm going to work later. And then I'm gonna take the same blending brush from earlier for Fire Freak, and I'm just lightly blending and buffing out the darker shade now. So now I'm gonna go back into Fire Freak right here, and I'm just gonna lightly go into this inner corner right here, and I'm gonna lightly dust around the outside of my crease, just lightly. The same thing to the other side, and I didn't really blend it out, I just kind of like dusted it on there. Alright, so now I'm going to take just a clean fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna lightly just buff where I just went. And that's just gonna diffuse it just a little bit more between the two so that they blend, so that the three colors really just blend together really well. And if you don't feel like they blend well enough, like you feel like it's still too dark, maybe grab a little bit of the first color and put it back on your highlight and then blend it back down. It should make a nice little cast over it as well. Okay, so I grabbed a little bit of my NYX glitter primer, and I have a like little flat concealer brush right here. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on there. Okay, I actually grabbed a lot. Whatever. We're going with it. And then I'm just gonna cover my entire lid. I'm gonna also do my inner corner. And I'm just like patting this and just kind of like following my natural crease as well in like eye socket. And I'm just kind of blending this out into that previous color. All right, so now that we've got that on here, I'm gonna go into, oh, it's called Heaven Sent, which is this middle shimmer color. I guess I'm not gonna be using number 3 anymore. Actually, no, I still am. That's my inner corner, duh. We're just gonna take the back side of the concealer brush and we're gonna dip into Heaven Sent here. And we're just gonna, oh, that's beautiful. I'm just gonna put that right everywhere where we put the glitter primer. The glitter glue, actually. That's a glitter primer. And I'm just slowly tapping it to this outside. And I don't want to go too much, but just enough. And then making sure I got really close to my lashes. Okay, I'm gonna take this e.l.f. brush here and I'm gonna go into, this is number 5 here. We're gonna go into Bellini Baby here. And this is gonna be my inner corner color. Oh, that looks so good. There's just a little bit on here, so I'm just gonna take this up into my brow bone just a little bit, just lightly. Get a little highlight going on up there. And I just tapped into it one more time just to get a little bit more on there. Oh, this looks really good. Okay, so before we go do the other eye, we're gonna take whatever's left on this brush from earlier, which was the Shots Fired, this darker color, and we're just gonna lightly tap right where the Heaven Sent meets the Shots Fired, just so that way they can start to blend a little better together without compromising anything. And I think it just gives a nice blend to it as well now. I'm just gonna lightly tap over one more time and one more time. Yeah, I really like how that looks a lot. And I'm just gonna take the darker shade just on the very tip of this, just a couple times. And I'm gonna just go right in here, just to darken up this crease color just a little bit more and give it some more depth to my eye as well. Okay. Cute. I really like this. So we're gonna do the same thing to the other eye. Alrighty, I'm taking the other side with a little bit of the glitter glue. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply this to my entire lid. And how I just made that is just literally by like, all I'm doing is just like pushing it into my eye socket and just letting it go up. And it just creates that little curve for me. And now I'm just tapping, working my way to the outside of my eye. And again, just lightly working my way out there. And I'm gonna put a little bit on my inner corner as well. So we're gonna take the back side of the concealer brush and go into Heaven Sent here. And we're gonna tap the Heaven Sent all over where we just put that glitter glue. And then I'm gonna lightly tap it out body here. Just very lightly. Now I'm gonna make sure I got my lash line as well. I didn't take this glitter glue as high as I took the other side, so I'm trying to like work it up a little higher. And I'm gonna have to do the same thing on this side, just that it blends a little differently so it matches this side more. So now I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of tap into the darker shade again and just putting it right at that crease line where the shots fired meets the heaven sent. So where the darker shade meets the shimmer shade. Okay, now we gotta do the inner corner. So the inner corner here is this little baby Bellini, or Bellini baby. And we're just gonna put this right on the inner corner here. Just adding more because I want more. And then we're gonna take it up here to my brow bone as well. Alrighty, so last thing we're gonna do is these under eyes. So we're gonna start off by taking the, oh my gosh, what is this? Fire Freak. I will know these names by the end, I swear I will. So we're gonna go in here to Fire Freak, and we're gonna put this more or less on this outer under eye. And actually, we're just gonna put it under the whole under eye because then I can just darken up the outer side of my eye. Okay, I like that line, so let's go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so then we're gonna take a fluffy brush and we're just gonna go back and forth just to buff that shade and blend it out some. And I'm gonna add just a little bit more to help it blend and buff out some more. Okay, I like that, so we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. Okay, we're just gonna add just a little bit more, just because I did the same thing to the other side. And then we'll just lightly buff that out. Buff that out. Okay, so then last but not least, we're gonna take the same smudge brush and we're just gonna tap into shots fired and just lightly take this on this outer part of the eye. I said lightly and I went real heavy-handed. Like, look at what I did over here. I hope I can see it. Pray for it, because it's not going anywhere. It looks like. Actually, I think if I take this orangey shade, the Fire Freak, and just going outside of it, hopefully I can get it to like blend out some more again. I don't know, I'm just trying. I'm trying to save that corner. Okay, I'm gonna add just a little bit of the Fire Freak under my eye one last time. And then I'm gonna buff that out first. And making sure I take it all the way kind of out of my eye. And then I already did the other side. And just buff it out. Making sure I take it all the way. Okay, so I'm gonna take just a little bit of it again, and I'm just gonna go right underneath what I did. And then we're gonna lightly buff that out now. And up. And down. Just back and forth. And this way it has like an even flow around the edge, which I will clean up in a little bit, just so that it doesn't look so, I guess, rough, but I don't know, I kind of like it. I like the grungier look. So I'm gonna go into Shots Fired, and I'm just gonna lightly put that under my lashes on the outer side. And I'm just going to go back and forth and up with it and just do a swirl at the corner. Cute. Okay, so now I'm going to take that same thing, I'm going to go back into Shots Fired, and we're going to place it on the outer V section. Oh yeah, I don't think I ever blend this section in with this eye, to be honest. Ah! Almost hit myself in the face. And I'm just tapping this on this outer corner. And then I'm gonna do the same thing to this side. Just tap it on the outer corner. Okay, and then I'm gonna take that fluffy brush and just go into that darker shade and just lightly buff it out. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of clean up my under eye, and the way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna just take Nookie Rookie here, and I'm just gonna go right under my eye. Kind of like that. Do the same thing to my other eye. Just kind of right where they meet. And then I'm gonna take a fluffy brush again and just lightly dust and like buff the two together. And it does this, like, I think it kind of brightens my under eye a little bit without using like too much powder. And I can take it even, like, you know, down into my little bags that I have. I'm human, but I have bags. But I feel like it helps, like, them not look so baggy. I at least think that. So I'm just gonna lightly dust through here. And I really, again, I really like this eye look today. Like, I love it. So I'm gonna be right back with some eyeliner mascara on. Alrighty, so this does complete today's video. I really love this look. I just love that it's like perfectly for, like, just, I'm ready for fall. Like, I'm ready. Like, I feel like I just say like pumpkin spice latte. I mean, I personally don't like pumpkin spice. Don't come for me. I like apple cider. That's the fall drink of choice. I don't. Me and pumpkin, no. I like the smell, but not the taste. Thank you. But, alright, so this does complete today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed and had a good time. I'm obsessed with this look. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.